And let me also take this across to our experts joining us from America. We have Aviruk Sen joining us from Texas. Aviruk, good evening. Where you are in Texas, at this point, all eyes are on Texas to see how they vote. Yes, they're going Republican, but a bit of a scare at one point where it was blue. I also remember reading your piece from a few days ago where you said that there is a real possibility that Trump could go ahead and announce that he's won even before the results are out.
Now, Texas has become more and more interesting. At the moment, there is a reasonable Biden lead, and this is because of the demographic changes that Texas has undergone over the last 4-5 years. Over the last 10 years. That having been said, this is a solid Republican state, and it's unimaginable almost for Republicans that they will lose this state, and if they do, well, then it's game over. There's no path for Trump to the White House if he loses Texas. That's why it's so important. As far as the other question that you had, which is about whether he would declare victory prematurely, there was apparently such a plan, and Axios, with a very well-sourced story, put that out. However, the Trump campaign and Trump himself denied it. And as things stand, there's been no further development on it. However, it isn't exactly, it's always a little nuance, a little bit of truth, a little bit of misleading, a little bit of lies when it comes to the Trump campaign. So like you just mentioned, that although Florida hasn't been called officially, the Trump campaign is claiming it. That's the kind of thing that they might do through the night. In part to cause confusion in the voters' mind that they have indeed won this election, and that it may be stolen from them with all the litigation that is just bound to come after, because some states are going to be very, very close, like Texas.
No, and if we focus on Texas at this point, it's always been a Republican bastion, and in a sense, if you see what's happening in Texas, perhaps that reflects the mood of America itself right now.
Well, I mean, probably yes and no. I think there is an appetite for change, but I also think there are states like Texas where a lot of people have migrated from other parts of America, which were mainly blue, such as the West Coast, and they've come here following jobs essentially because a number of companies have shifted base here. And in counties like, say, Harris County, which is just outside of Houston, or Dallas, where I'm talking from, the population that's come in over the last 10 years or so is a very diverse population. So the core white Texan is it's obviously it's still the majority. But there are all these other, nationalities, in fact, and they're all Americans. But there are all these other groups that have now joined Texas, and that's what's made the difference. That's what the surge in the early voting was about, and that's what Democrats will hope for. And Republicans are having, smallish nightmares over Texas as we speak.
I think they have reason to fear for two. One is Texas, the other being Ohio. So the Republicans will be watching that very closely. They will be very, very fearful of the result of these two states, perhaps, because these two could spring a surprise and really prove to be a problem for the Republicans. I just want to highlight here at this point the numbers as they stand. Electoral votes 119 to Joe Biden, 92 to Donald Trump.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.